What's up, everybody? Whoever decides to join or whatnot. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Old Man Entertainment. I have had an idea. I've been throwing out a lot of ideas. The Astros Daily, I talked about that. Still going to keep that going. Just had to take a little bit of a hiatus. The Astros playing like crap. And just a couple other busy things in life has kept me from keeping those coming out daily. But I will get those going again probably tomorrow. So if that's something that you guys are looking for, I'll bring those back. But I had another idea. This is a game series that I've played for a long time. Out of the Park Baseball. It is a very detailed baseball simulating game. Game that I've enjoyed for a long time. And for any of you baseball nerds, you're going to love this series. So that's what I figured I'd do. I just start a series, and instead of just sitting here playing it by myself, I'll play with you guys. That's what I'm going to do. I've got about an hour 15 minutes to get a franchise started. So today's episode is just going to be about getting this series started, deciding what team we're going to use, and then just getting the organization set up the way we want it so that we can get this franchise underway. So that's what we're going to do in today's show, in today's episode of Out of the Park 22, the start of a dynasty. This is kind of stuff you guys would like to see more of, more gaming stuff here on Old Man Entertainment. Let us know. That's something I'd love to do. So I'm a big gamer myself, and if that's something y'all be interested in seeing a little bit more of, we've done a little bit on the channel, a little bit of Madden stuff, a little bit of Madden content. We've had some NBA content. If this is something you guys would like to see more commonly, let me know, and we will definitely start getting these out. But let's get into this franchise. I haven't put a whole lot of thought. I just downloaded this game not even 20 minutes ago. This is something you guys are interested in. It's PC only. It's about $40 on Steam. But if you're a baseball nerd and you love this kind of stuff, this game is going to be great for you. So let's get it started here. We're going to just do normal mode for now. Major League Baseball. We're going to stick to Major League Baseball. Let's call it Old Main. Will be the name of this dynasty. All right, let's get into it. Takes a little bit of a while to get started, but doing something fun. Figured we'd switch it up a little bit. There was no 1203 yesterday. We just didn't have anything to really go on as far as just I mean, there was some stuff to talk about, but Parker was busy, and so no 1203 this week. So we're not just missing y'all, but we're just taking a little bit of a week off. But I'm here bringing y'all something. Out of the Park simulation series starting today. Loading in. I'm going to figure out what team we're going to use. We're going to figure out all the details of the franchise before we get started. For now, this is where we're at, though. That's the cool thing about this game is you can run this simulation in any of these leagues. Obviously, you would typically do it in the Major League Baseball. You can also turn all these leagues on, and then players can come from those leagues to the Major Leagues. I've had ones where I've turned on the Japanese League or the Korean League, and I've had guys come over. Just going to stick with me. Birthday's way off, but that's okay. Going to be a 24-year-old GM. That'd be... Oh, we're going to stick with American. I didn't mean to click that. Dream come true if you could be a GM at that young. I just want to be the GM, so I'm going to let my manager make a lot of decisions. I'm probably going to retain control a little bit just in case he's doing some stupid shit. I can tell him to stop doing that. We're going to do cannot be fired just because I don't want to have to this series to get just started and then I get the can. Well, here are the teams we can start from. I mean, there's the obvious ones. You can do the Orioles. I have a Tigers franchise that I did on 21. I'm super far into it. I don't want. I'm trying to start anew here. So, a couple of different teams we can look at. I would kind of like. I think it'd be fun to start with a team that's currently low and try to get them back up. I think the Royals are an interesting one. We could really go in there and change the way that they do that organization. I mean. I don't really know what the market size would be Kansas City, but that'll be an interesting one to look at. A couple other ones. Seattle Mariners could be fun. That's actually a tempting one. I just have to deal with the AL West, and I don't really know if I want to do that. Arizona Diamondbacks, could do them. They're a little bit down right now. Cincinnati Reds, they're not too bad, but they are an option. Colorado Rockies are on the way down. Maybe we could try and rebuild them, keep them back up. Pittsburgh Pirates are awful, so that's always an option. The Giants might be fun. But I am actually thinking Seattle might be a lot of fun. I think doing a Seattle franchise and getting that organization to the top where it should be would be a lot of fun. So I think we're going to do a Seattle franchise. And if y'all want me to start a new franchise eventually with a different team, let me know. But I think for now, we're going to start with Seattle. We're going to start in the AL West. We're going to compete with the Astros, the team you hear so much about here on the Old Man Entertainment channel. We're going to be competing with them. So, first off, we want to go ahead and jump into some of the league settings. I want to change the way some of this works just because this is the way I like to do it. I like to keep the overall ratings 20 to 80, potential ratings 20 to 80. And these are all settings that I personally like. You can put them to whatever you want. Doesn't really matter. Face gen, I think we're going to turn off the baseball cards for sure. All this other stuff looks pretty okay. Everything else looks fine. Let's go to AI settings. We want them favoring prospects because in reality, that's what it's going to be. They're going to favor their prospects. They're going to want prospects and they're going to favor prospects. So that's what we're going to stick with. I'm a little bit harder on the trades. So I don't want it being easy. Don't care about a whole... There's a lot of... This game is so detailed, man. There's a lot of details in here that I'm not really going to get into. I probably should have done off stream. But there's so many different details to get into. And I am still very young on this game. But that's where we're at right now. Let's... Got a message from the owner, John Stanton. Let's go to our home screen. I want to switch this screen up a little bit. I'm going to keep the standings. I don't care much for the goals. So next to standings, why don't we do organization? Where is it? Minor league system. So then right next to our standings, we've got how our minor league teams are doing. I don't really care too much about the schedule. We'll do top prospects here. We'll have all our this type of stuff at the bottom. Don't care about personal info. Let's see. Finances might be good to have down here. This is where your finances are. This tells you how much money you have for free agents, how much you have for extensions. I can go to the owner's kind of a dick, but that's okay. I can go to the finances screen and really show you what all that looks like if that's something y'all are interested in. Like I said, this is going to be a franchise, a series more for people that are really into baseball and just love the ins and outs of it. I don't know how many people that actually follow us love that kind of stuff, but that's what this is going to be. It's just what I want to do. I figured I might as well put it online while I do it. Trying to find our lineups. There should be an option to do your lineups, and I'm not seeing it. Yeah, there's team roster. That'll be fine. We can get to the rotation. I'd actually like that to be here. Team roster there. That'll be next game. This will be last game. And here we can put... what else is important? We can do staff here. No, not staff. Injuries. That might be important to know. Then we can see our injuries right here. I did not know that Ken Giles was with Seattle. I knew, obviously Kyle Lewis. Knew about him, but I didn't know Ken Giles was in Seattle. That's interesting. Of course, he looks like he's out for the year. But okay. From what I understand, some of the most important things in this game is obviously finances and then coaching and scouting and that kind of stuff. So I think the next thing I'm going to do, well, I want to set up my minor league system the way I want it. So we're going to go to the minor league system. Let's go to rosters, and now you can see Seattle active 40-man. Injured list is here. This game the screen looks a little bit different than it used to, but not by a whole lot. It's still fairly pretty much the same. But basically, the way I want to set this up, I'm not really too worried about. I'm gonna have this be AAA. This is gonna be our AA, single A, regular, and then we'll have. Okay, so this actually isn't set up too bad. And then, of course, you got the international complex. I think that's actually fine the way it is. Typically, you join in and it has like 3 A teams, or you have like 4 Dominican League teams. And I like to cut it all down to 1, and so I can keep all my guys in one place and I know where they're at. Another thing I like to do, we're going to go through and we're going to find our top prospects, and we're going to lock them in place to where only we can move them. Because we want these guys going up in level when we think they're ready, not when the AI thinks they're ready. So, but to do that, transactions, disable AI, emotion, and promotion. We're going to do that for a couple different guys that I consider our top prospects, guys that I am hoping on developing. So we're going to do that for a couple guys. We're going to go through here, look at some of our top prospects. These are all, of course, real people. For those of you interested, this is based off of... supposed to be very realistic. It runs a lot on numbers and math and that kind of stuff, which at the end of the day, that's what baseball is. The screen probably looks like a lot to y'all right now. I've gotten so used to looking at this. This is just your roster. So active roster, 40-man roster, and then AAA, minor leagues all the way down. From there, I think the most important thing, now that we've locked a couple guys in place that we want to make sure we keep an eye on in their development. Right now, this farm system's not that great. I mean, we can go, let's see, let's go here, let's go front office. There should be somewhere to see player development. We are currently ranked the 13th out of 30. That's got to go up. I think we need to be top 5, especially if we're going to be as bad as we're going to be for the next few years. I think we've got to be top 5 at least to compete. So that's the one thing we're going to focus on, is getting this minor league system ranking up so that we can compete for those jobs. Let's go to personnel and let's look at our staff. I'm not too worried about the major league staff right now, just because we're so early in and the team is so young that I'll worry about that later. Right now, I'm focused on the minors. I want this minor league staff to be bussin'. So we're going to go to AAA. We're going to see what this guy does well, influences mechanics. This, of course, would be our pitching coach, I believe. No, he'd be our manager. So this is our manager. So what you want with him is you want him to have good relationships with players, and you want him to have a high developmental trait. So handles development is decent. And then he has pretty good relationships with a lot of players and only bad relationships with a couple. But I think we can get a guy with higher development. So we're going to look at seeing if we can find a guy with higher development than this. Come on, go back to that screen. Okay, so we're going to fire the shit out of this guy, because I want high development. All right, management style. We'll see if we can find... You should be able to change this. Let's go to edit views. Should be a way to edit that. I'm not really seeing how to edit that. But, so we're looking at the manager. No, manager for the AAA team. I want him to... This screen is not showing me what I want it to show. So we're going to see if I can figure out how to customize this. Okay. Don't care much about your scout ratings. This is looking for your coaching ratings. I want to see management style. Development preference. I want to see that. And I want to see how you handle development. And that's going to be important to me. So position, job, name, age, nationality, experience, reputation, demand, management style, how you handle development. That's what I care about. I want to know how, at least at this point in this franchise, I want to know how you handle that development. So this guy right here, look at this, Steven LaRude. Has very little experience as far, because he's never even been a manager, but he's an excellent developmental guy. So let's see what he looks like. What's his relationships look like? Pretty okay, not the best, but we can work with that, especially when you have... He's really good at development. He handles mechanics good. He handles aging decent, which he's not going to worry about that. He's going to be a major leaguer. He's not going to be a major leaguer. Teaches hitting pretty good. He's not a great teacher of the pitching, but I'm not really going to ask him to. I might have him teach some hitting, focus on hitting. So we're going to offer him the AAA manager contract. We'll see what he says. Now we're going to go back to this screen. Okay. Pitching coach. This is a long process, guys. I mean, this is a very detailed game, so stick with me. Good relationship, and obviously it shows. He's only got 2 over here. A lot of average, couple goods, and a lot of excellent. So that's good to see. But he doesn't handle any of these very well. He's not an above-average coach, pitching coach. He's not terrible, and he doesn't know how to teach hitting. He doesn't know how to teach running, and he handles development and mechanics. I would prefer better than that. So we're gonna go back here. Obviously, he handles them okay, relationships wise, but I'm looking for a pitching coach that's going to take these guys to the next level. So let's go to coach ratings. No. Yeah, do that. Teach pitching. So looking at some pitching coaches, this guy right here looks really good. He's excellent at teaching pitching. He's excellent at he's got good development, good mechanics, and he handles aging well. I like this guy. We are going to offer him the AAA position. Give him that job, and that's where we're going to be at. So it's going to go back to that screen. We've offered that. Let's look at the hitting coach. Same thing. His relationships really aren't that great. I mean, they're a lot more on the bad side, and he's not a great coach. We're going to get rid of him. GTFO, Roy Howell. Go back here. Prefer hitting coach. Let's see, teaching hitting. Teach hitting. Let's see what we got. Teach hitting. This guy's got outstanding development. Good mechanics. He handles aging. He can't teach much of anything else as far as like teaching how to play defense or running, but he can teach you how to hit, and that's really all at this level. Just teach him how to hit, man. So we're gonna have him come in at the AAA level and teach some newbies how to hit. Let's look at this manager here. He's good relationships. That's what I like to see. Good relationships just about all the way around. No bad relationships. Handles mechanics well, so he's a good pitching coach. He's really good at teaching defense at the AA level. I think we're gonna stick with this guy. I like you. 34 years old. He's young. Okay, let's look at the pitching coach here. He handles aging well. He's a power pitcher's focus. Handles development well. Oh, decent. Handles mechanic decent. I think we can do better. I don't know. He's got pretty good relationships. I think we're gonna go ahead and stick with him for now. I don't see any reason to ditch him. So we're gonna stick with him. Let's go to the hitting coach. And I mean, this guy's not very good. And this guy's getting fired. So gonna say goodbye to Thirst Boy. See you later, Thirsty. Hitting coach. Teach hitting. Development outstanding. It's just the guy we just offered. So let's look at somebody else. Got some excellence. This guy can teach a lot of different things right here. Excellent. He's excellent with development. Let's look at him. Excellent with development. Excellent with his mechanics. He's a contact-focused coach. He can teach some defense. Good relationships. This is our guy at this level. So we're gonna offer him. Give him the job. Typically, unless you're trying to hire a major league guy, you won't have a lot of issues getting them to take the job. So that'll be nice. I'm not gonna see. Look here, manager. What we got? I'm not gonna go too deep into this because I don't want to bore y'all. This guy looks decent enough. I'm not gonna worry about him. Not gonna worry. He's doing okay. Sean McGrath. I'm really just gonna replace the guys that are awful. That's what I'm looking for. No reason to get rid of him. He's doing a good job, from what I could tell. Sean O'Malley. Good. Excellent. And his relationships are good. No reason to get rid of him. Go to Eric Ferris. Not the greatest stats, not the greatest relationships. Gonna have to replace him. Gotta get a new manager for the Nuts, apparently. The Modesto Nuts. Gonna get them a new manager. No, not a general manager. Development. I want development. Heavily favors hitting. This guy favors prospects. He's got pretty good development. Pretty neutral all the way around. What's his relationships look like? I think he'll do an okay job. He's 74. I don't know about that. He's gonna retire in like a year. think we're gonna go with this guy. Gonna go ahead and offer him that job. Okay, got that. Let's look at Nathan Bannister. Pretty good. He's a power poacher, focuses on development, pretty good at mechanics. Relationships are okay. Not a pressing need needing to be replaced. Not gonna worry about it. Rob Benjamin, it's kind of the same thing. A little bit more average. He does teach hitting pretty well. Relationships are not bad. I don't see any reason to replace him. This guy's poor. This guy's probably gonna get fired. Yeah, he's gone. It's pretty bad. Not quite sure how you had a job in the first place, bro, but you don't anymore. Not in my organization. Managers that favor. We're gonna need someone that favors prospects this time because we're looking at younger kids now. We're getting down to like A-ball. So I think this guy, Gerald Laird. Good relationships all the way around. I think that works. Welcome to the organization, Mr. Laird. Just fits what we're looking for. Look at this. Ooh, that's terrible. Can't teach shit. Not with that. He gone. Got to get us a new pitching coach down here. Pitching coach. What are we looking at here? Power pitchers, handles development excellent, handles mechanics well, good relationship. Welcome to the team. Mike Francoso. He teaches hitting excellent. Relationships are pretty good. Yeah, well, I'm gonna stick with him. What about lower down? Caballero. Legendary development. That's what we like to see. How long is this dude's contract? He's like 28 years old. He's got 3 years left. Okay, we are keeping him around. That dude. That's pretty neat. Team with a poor reputation power pitcher, but I mean, handles development, handles mechanics, handles aging. I think we're gonna keep him. I don't really care much about the poor. Everything else looks good. Brett Schneider, teaching hitting, good relationships. Yeah, so I think we're good with the staff. Like I said, I might look at the hitting and pitching coach for the major leagues a little bit. I definitely want to get a new scouting director. I'm not too worried about these guys though. They all look okay. I do want to maybe look at a new hitting and pitching coach. I want to make sure that is top tier at those two positions. Yeah, I mean, this pitching coach is awful. I'm gonna have to get rid of him. I'm not too worried about the manager. Scott Cervais, he's gonna be okay. So let's look at getting in the major leagues a new pitching coach. Go all the way up. Now this time I don't particularly care much about what their history, what their development is, because at this point they're working with major leaguers. I need these guys to teach them how to pitch, right? So let's look at this guy. Handles development, handles mechanics, handles aging, and he's legendary at teaching pitching. Like, that is what he's good at. His relationship's not the best. That a little does concern me, but I'm going to go ahead and offer him a position. 3 years, and we're going to see how he handles this pitching staff. Okay, now that's pitching coach. Let's look at our hitting coach. Let's look at the Seattle Mariners hitting coach. Teach hitting. That's what I want to see. Teaches hitting. Outstanding. Handles development. Outstanding. We got two guys that I like both here. Ben Johnson, I think we've already offered a job. So let's look at this guy. Outstanding. Excellent. Good. Legendary. Relationships. Player relationships are pretty solid. What's his focus? Do we see his focus? Contact. I think I'm going to roll with it. So let's offer him a contract. Get him on board. Scouting director. Right now we want scouting amateurs, and so this guy right here, probably Chris Nathan. This guy's been in the game for a while, and he's always really good. We're going to go ahead and offer him I have no interest in being the scouting director for Seattle. Well, I guess we're not getting him, folks, because he's a stuck-up prick. Okay, that's fine. What about this guy? I don't need him to scout the majors, right? We're nowhere near being good, but I need him to be able to scout the minors for trades, and I really need him to be able to scout. No interest in working for Seattle. Well, I wonder why no one wants to work for us. I've never had this issue. Chris Klein, he's good all the way aboard. He's outstanding. Let's see. All right, there we go. We got our guy. Staff should be set up once they all sign, of course. And then our minor leagues, I don't really think there were a lot of players I was too worried about as far as like where they're at right now. Still having to learn a lot of these guys, who they are and where they're at. So we'll work on that as we go. You know who the guys we care about are and who the ones we don't care so much about. Rotation we're going to roll into the year with lots of lefties. Paxton, Marco Gonzalez, Kikuchi, and then these two. Justice Sheffield's a halfway decent prospect. What's his potential? 51 on this game. So, I mean, halfway decent. We're going to go to hitting, and we're going to change up some things. So we're going to go to customize here. Well, you know what? Maybe we can go to edit views, right? And we're going to go to default. Can I edit this? I don't think I can. All right, we're going to go to this then. So here's what I want to... Don't care much about that. I want to see their position. Let's see. I don't care much about their number. Really don't care about ratings. So here's the thing. You want to look more at stats. So games started. I'm going to go with just games. Games, plate appearances, at-bats, hits, doubles, triples, homers, RBIs, walks, blah, 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 blah. We're going to go to... Okay. Weighted runs created and weighted runs created plus. We want both of those. We want them high because they are valuable. We're going to go there. I want BABIP too. I want to see how much the guy's putting the ball in play. Let's see. Let's put WAR fairly high. I want to know what this one's runs created weighted plus is. 100 is at league average. Anything below that, below average. Anything above that is below average. So we're going to go to, should be a fielding stats. There it is. We want to get, where is it? Zone rating. Zone rating. We want to throw that in there. This will show how efficient the guy is defensively. We put that like right there. Now we can see zone rating will tell us how efficient of a fielder he is. BABIP will tell us how often he's putting the ball in play. And then this will tell us how valuable he is offensively. And of course, we've got all the basic games and played and hits, doubles, homers, RBIs. Don't care much about batting average. I personally don't. It's an overrated stat. So we're not going to worry about it. We're going to worry about these stats right here. Pitching, you can kind of go off what you want. ERA, FIP is an important one. Let's go back to batting. We need to save that view. Did it save it? I don't know if it saved it. I don't think I saved it right. Edit views. I didn't save it. So I got to go customize. Don't care. Don't care. Batting stats. Weighted runs created plus. We want that way up here. Like right there. We want BABIP right behind it. We want WAR right behind that. We're going to go fielding stats. So rating. Pull that right there. I'm going to put walks in front of there, like that. We're going to save this view as batting important. Save as global. That's what we care about, right? On batting. We want to know what their weighted runs is. We want to know what their BABA is, their zone rating, their WAR, yada, yada, yada. Let's go to pitching. I'm going to customize this as well. Don't care, don't care. We're going to go to pitching stats. Okay. So just like weighted runs created, FIP, if I can find it, FIP will tell you where they compare to league average. So we want that way higher than it is. I mean, we want like maybe like right there. It's one of the first things I want to see. What's their FIP, right? I want to know where they're sitting when we look at that, because that'll tell us, are they below average, are they above average? It'll tell us, as opposed to their ERA, how good they actually are, how not important. Save as global. So now we know what we're looking for when we look at batters, and now we know what we're looking for when we look at pitchers. So now we can start and see how this goes. We're all set up for the most part. I need to go set up what messages I do and do not get, because otherwise I will get flooded with messages on the news, and a lot of it I don't care about. So we need to do that. Didn't save my link for whatever reason. I'm gonna copy that link. Gonna put that in here. While I play this extremely nerdy game. Okay, getting ready for the season. Trying to rebuild the Mariners. Even though they're way far away from being any good. Might look at doing some trades and building up that farm system. We've got James Paxton. We've got some guys that maybe we can get some value off of. So, might do that. Look at all those chickens, a.k.a. coaches agreeing to contracts to join our organization. Perfect. So we should be able to go here, front office, personnel. We've got a lot of it filled out. We got our dope-ass pitching coaches, our dope-ass hitting coaches. Got it filled out. Man, I didn't even realize the Mariners are so lefty loaded. All these lefty pitchers, all these lefty hitters. I need to change the lineup. I think there's a setting I need to change. GM only users are always in control of the lineup. Yeah, let's do that. Because that lineup is so lefty heavy at the top. Surely we can switch this up a little bit. Like, what if we made... No. Is it going to let me switch it? I don't think it is. I shouldn't have given my manager so much power. Oh, well, whatever. It doesn't really matter. We're not going to be good this year anyway. As long as we have money in the bank so we can start getting good and we scout well, we'll be okay. Got all those coaches signing. Y'all just joining missed my giant coaching, signing all the coaching fest. I had to completely redo my coaching staff, like from top to bottom. Hired some good-looking coaches. So we're trying to rebuild the Seattle Mariners, for those of you that don't know. And we have a long way to go because they suck. But I believe we won. No, we lost our first game. Darn. Not too worried about it, though. Got our top prospects here. We're gonna be fine. Playing a super boring game, but I figured I'd stream it on YouTube, because why not? David wanted me to stream more, and so I'm going to make an attempt to stream more. Or I'm just going to do it on our YouTube channel instead of Twitch, because Twitch is lame. So we're trying to work on rebuilding the Mariners. It's just a little series I figured I'd start of Out of the Park. The new Out of the Park baseball came out like last week, and I've been wanting to get it. It's a game that I play a lot. It's a super boring baseball simulator. It's a lot of crap happening that makes sense to me that doesn't make sense to y'all, but I love it. So Anyway, that was dope ass little timing for that woo. Why don't we look at our finances a little bit before we dive in? Finances. So we've got a lot of money for extensions, but the thing is, we suck, and there's no one worth extending yet. So that does me no good. I need that money in free agency. I mean, we're sitting pretty good financially right now. I don't really know what the fan base looks like. We're not a very big market size. The Mariners haven't been good in forever. It's been years since they were good, and that's why I chose them. They've got some young players we're going to try and build around, but they are nowhere near good. Okay, we're finally starting to put the finishing touches on our minor league staff, trying to develop this like somewhat average minor league system. Probably going to look into making some trades. Mitch Haniger is suspended. What did he do? What was he suspended for? You're not even going to tell me what he was suspended for? Whatever. It's irrelevant information. Because we're not competing this year anyway. I don't know. We're actually 3-4. Right behind the Astros and the Rangers. That's not terrible. How we doing over here? Well, nobody's doing good. Well, Taylor Trammell. 303 with a homer. That's not terrible. I'm going to switch up this music a little bit. What do y'all say? I'm getting a little tired of this. I'll switch it over to something a little more nightclubby. I think. I don't know. I just picked a generic. See, my only good player's hurt. That does me no good. This dude is like our only like really good player. I think he won AL Rookie of the Year last year. He's supposed to be our stud, but if he's hurt all the time, that does me no good. And that's currently where we're at, is he's hurt all the time. Nobody's hitting exceptionally well. Trammell's doing pretty good. Let's get to the next day. Nothing happening. I need to go change some of my settings for news, because there's stuff I don't care about. Okay, that's actually not a bad setting. So, just gonna blow through this Baltimore series. 5-5, let's go. And I think we just lost one of our pitchers. How long now? Only a week? That's not too bad. Just put him on the 15. Bring up a AAA guy. Which one of you's pitching well this year? Well, just call you up. Why not? What's the worst that can happen? So we are 6-5 atop the division. How? I got two dudes hitting over 250. Okay, 3. I lied. Pitching's actually been really good. That doesn't make any sense. Currently atop the AL West somehow. We are 7-5. We were supposed to be dog doo-doo. There was a whole point of picking the Mariners, was so that they sucked the first few years. And here we are leading the division. Small sample size, but still. Oh, and Kyle Lewis is back. Y'all are all fucked. Okay, we're going to go to the IL. Which one of you guys sucks the most? 196. You're a switch hitter. You're hitting 333. You're staying up. Goodbye. Player is not injured. He cannot be put on the IL. Well, I didn't really want to put him on the IL. I wanted to send his ass to AAA and bring back Kyle Lewis. And then we're going to go here. Boom. Now we got Kyle Lewis in the mix. One of the better upcoming players in the league. Combine him with Trammell. And this Ty France dude is killing it. 327, 4 homers, and 12 RBIs. Let's go. There are some pieces here. More than I was expecting, if I'm being honest. Got about 15 more minutes on today's little session of Out of the Park. I got to go somewhere at 2, and I'll be right back from that, but I'm not going to stream this game anymore today. So, But if you're enjoying this, drop a like on the stream and or the video, and I will definitely keep this series going. Because I'm going to be playing it, and this game takes very little computer power, so it's easier to stream it. And I have people, aka one exact people, telling me they want me to stream more. That's what I'm doing. This is for you, David. I don't think this is the game you were expecting, but this is for you. Lineup's not doing too bad. I mean, Ty France is killing it. He's hitting 340. 4 homers. Let's go look at the lineup. Okay. So, for those of you just joining, the most important stat to me is this one right here. Adjusted weighted runs created. Anything above 100 in this stat right here is above league average. Ty France is at a 175 through 17 games. That's MVP level. A .9 WAR. 13 RBIs, playing really well, so that's really good. Let's look at our pitching. FIP, let's look. Who's our lowest? Sheffield's actually doing really good. His ERA is actually not indicative of how good he's actually been, because his ERA is 4.5, but when you adjust it to like things that he's actually controlled, as far as like errors and that kind of stuff, he's actually like a 3, so pretty good. And we're competing for the divisions somehow. Trammell, how long are you hurt? Oh, you're going to be fine. You're staying in. Stop being a bitch, Trammell. You're having a great year. Stop being a bitch. We are on top of the division, guys. This is stupid. This wasn't supposed to happen. We weren't supposed to be good. We were supposed to be the opposite of good. And we're not really getting a ton of offense. I mean, Luis Torrens is playing way better than I thought he would. And then we've got some guys at the top of the lineup that are tearing the ball off, cover off the ball. But, I mean, Kyle Lewis has been pretty bad early on. But, I mean, Kyle Seager's been Kyle Seager. Tyler Trammell's been awesome. I mean, pretty good start. Pretty good start. Just keep going. Keep simming until we hit something. Dead arm. He'll be out for a week. Ugh. You're one of my starters. I'm gonna freaking put you on the DL and call up someone to pitch in your spot. What about this prospect? How are you doing? 2021. You were in the majors this year? Why were you in the majors this year? Okay. I don't think AAA is started quite yet. We're gonna call this guy up. See how he does. This guy. Oh, look, now we're entirely lefties. I called that dude up. We are now entirely lefties. Our entire rotation is now left-handed pitching. That's great. Hey, you have a lefty-heavy lineup. We're gonna fuck you up. Because we are nothing but lefties. The guy that I just called up is already hurt. I just called him up. He made one start and hurt himself. How you be doing that? You get called up, you make your major league debut, and the first thing you do is get hurt. How do you sleep at night knowing that you're a bum? David Masters. I bet he's a beast. Let's call him up. Of course, I'm about to get stopped again because it looks like we've got 3 other injuries that they just haven't diagnosed yet. Yep, there it is. Let's look. Diagnosed pending. Diagnosis pending. We have a guy ready to come back. Gotta find a relief pitcher to send down. I don't remember who I called up for this guy when I called him. It was this guy right here. How's he done? Actually pretty good. You're sucking. We're sending you down to AAA. See ya. Got Kendall Graveman coming back. Shed Long's coming back. Okay, I guess I gotta find someone to switch him out for. Fuck you, David Masters. You're a bum. You might be right back. There's no telling with this stupid game. Okay. 13-13 currently. Just hanging around. Rookie of the month for Trammell. See? Like, shit happens, bro. You just came back. You just got called up. Literally your first game in the major leagues. Hurt. That's bum shit. That's what bums do. Fine, we'll call up the top prospect. You left me with no choice. Please let me know you have some free time in my last year of my deal, and I want to negotiate an extension to continue playing here in Seattle. James Paxton. Well, you are 2-0 with a 3.4. The Big Maple is his nickname. The Big Maple. He's not just the Maple, he's the Big Maple. He is having a really good year. Even with his FIP, he's at a 3.7. So he's having a very good year. So maybe we extend him? I don't know. What'd you know? Let me know. Should we extend James Paxton? He's wanting an extension. Should I extend him? Let me know. Let me know if I should extend James Paxton. What do y'all think? We'll think about it. We'll think about it, James. I said we'll think about it. Stop asking. Received a personal message. JP Crawford. Hurt. We have two guys hitting 7 homers. Ty France is amazing for some reason. I don't know where that came from. Sam Haggerty. This guy right here is hitting like 300, and he's tops in stolen bases. So there's that. James Paxton is like pitching at a Cy Young level. Now we have kind of bottomed out. We're 15 and 17 now. We are starting to slowly work our way back towards the median to where we're not an amazing team. I'm waiting for the draft class to come out. I want to look at this draft class and see what we're looking at, because that's what we need more than anything. We need to restock the farm system. So maybe instead of re-signing James Paxton, we wait for him to put up this stupid numbers, and then we trade him. Max out on him when he's pitching at his best, and add as many prospects as we can. We might do that. If that's something y'all want to look at in the next episode, I don't know when it'll be. It probably won't be tomorrow. It might be this weekend. If that's something you want to see as far as trying to see how the trading mechanics work, let me know. And we'll look at seeing if we can trade James Paxton. JP Crawford is coming off, which means I need to send somebody down. It's going to be you, dude. Sorry, man. Better numbers than that, and maybe you would have stayed. But those are pretty ass numbers, bro. Pretty ass numbers. Okay, let's see. Weighted runs created. Let's see how we're looking. Ty France is absolutely killing it. He's exactly average on defense, which is okay. But weighted runs created, he is tearing it up. Taylor Trammell is having an awesome year. Kyle Seager's having a pretty good year. I can't find much value for Shed Long when he's negative 32. And he's below average defensively. That's pretty bad. That's really bad. In fact, I can tell you right now, 1, 2, 3. So far this year, 3 guys in my regular lineup have been completely useless, if not almost borderline terrible. That's where we're at right now. To the point where I'm calling guys completely useless. I'm trying to see who I want to send down, because when this guy's coming back, we've actually getting pretty good pitching from guys. We're going to send him on a rehab assignment. Yeah. And this is way too hype. Feels like I'm playing Rocket League. Okay. I think we should get through the draft. Once we get through the draft, we'll end today's stream. I think that's where we're gonna get to. We're gonna get to the draft, and we're going to draft some absolute bangers and build up the next World Series champion through the draft. Speaking of, has the draft not come out yet? I mean, we can go to the pool. We're picking 12th. I really thought we'd be higher than that. Okay, we're gonna customize this too. There's things we care about here and things we don't. For example, ratings. So obviously we want to see what their potential and overall is and that kind of stuff. And if they're injury prone. But we also want to know. Let's see. Is it miscellaneous? Is that where it is? Competition is a good thing to see. So you can see how good of talent they played against. You want to see... I'm not seeing what I'm looking for. Maybe it's under general. Okay, there it is. So we want to see intelligence, work ethic, leader ability. Those are the 3 things we care about the most. As far as like, because like if you get 2 dudes that are both like high potential, so you go here, all players, you go to high potential, right? All players, high potential. Now, if I'm looking at these 2 dudes, this guy and this guy, the 2, no, chill. Okay. You got these 2 catchers, right? 17, this one's 21, this one's 17. This guy's got a high work ethic, and we know that right here. Doesn't really show the competition, but maybe it will after the, maybe it will once we get there. So guys like right here, you see this guy down here, like he doesn't have the greatest potential, but he's got good leadership abilities and he's got a high work ethic. That's a guy you won't really take a shot on because you know he's going to work hard. So that's why we want to know that. For those that are curious why I was so picky about those things. That's what I'm looking for. Outside of just like in actual skills, like that's what I look for first. I want to know what the guy's like makeup is, because yeah, if he can hit it to the moon but strikes out twice and loses his mind, then, or he doesn't work his ass off, he's not going to make it. So that's what we're looking for. JP Crawford, you're hurt for 3 days. I think you'll be fine, bud. I'm not too far from the draft now. I believe it's usually in July. Might even be in June. We are in May right now. What is in here? All-star voting. We'll see. We probably don't have any all-stars. I hate to break it. I don't know. This Ty France dude is having a good year. James Paxton is killing it, bro. Killing it. Way better than I thought he'd be. We are honestly a better team than I thought we would be. Right around 500. I was expecting us to be where the Rangers are. Like, Paxton just won pitcher of the month. Like, come on. This is another interesting screen. So this is the player development screen. It'll show you how guys are developing. Personally, I don't go a whole lot on these ratings. I go more on the stats they're putting up. Like this says Kyle Lewis is getting better. But if you go to his stats, he's been one of our worst players. He's 40 points below average offensively, and he's a negative 1.3 defensively. So while it says he's getting better, while it says he's improving as a player, he's playing like dog shit. So that's what I care about. And obviously, right now he is a player needing to be replaced. So trying to get to this draft so we can get through this draft before I need to go. I need to get going here pretty quick. Don't know if we're going to get quite as far as I wanted to today, but that's fine. Once I get back, I have to go take a picture at 2, essentially. I'll probably maybe try and stream something a little more demanding and see what holds up. Something like, I don't know. Maybe we'll hop in some Fortnite or something. See how it holds up. Hey, tomorrow's the draft pool announcement. So we're getting closer to the draft. I think it is, what did it say? Oh, here, it gets announced. "30 days before the draft." So we're about a month out. Let's go to draft pool. See, our scout is killing it. He's already got all these, like, scouted out. So he is on it. So I'm not really worried about it. I just want to get to this draft before we get done. What happened? I didn't even see what the alert was. I genuinely didn't even see what the continue button. No thanks. Didn't see what the alert was. I was looking at something else. I'd assume it's injury related because it's always injury related. Oh, he needs to come back from rehab, doesn't he? So we gotta go here. We gotta find somebody to sit down. Logan's actually pitching really well, but we're gonna send him back to we're gonna send him back down to AAA so that we can bring him back. There we go. Okay. I've actually got to go ahead and go, so we're going to end today's episode of the Out of the Park series right here with us at 31 and 36. We're about a quarter of the way into the first season. In the next episode, whenever that is, we'll go through the draft. I'll go through it in detail, and we will get the first draft class of this series. But for now, that's where I'm going to go ahead and end it. I've got to be somewhere here in about 20 minutes, so might try and stream something a little more demanding this afternoon just to test the waters and see how it goes. Don't know whether that's Rocket League or Fortnite or, you know, Battle Simulator. I don't know. We'll do something stupid this afternoon, but something that requires a little bit more power. See how it works with the new setup that I'm rolling with, and maybe we can get back into streaming. David said he wanted to see me streaming again, so maybe I'll try it, but that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do that next time I stream Out of the Park. I don't know when it'll be. We will do the draft of the first draft of this series where we're trying to rebuild the Seattle Mariners. We'll do our first draft. So anyway, no 1203 this week for those of y'all that might be wondering. Didn't do a 1203 for various reasons. No Astros Daily today. I will get that going again soon. Had to kind of just drop it off for a little while. Get that going again, and then we'll hopefully start doing some more gaming streaming on our YouTube channel, so stay in tune for that. Anyway, see y'all later. Thanks for whoever did come by. Thanks for stopping by.